morning, welcome to my channel, Fat to Keto. My friends call me Jelly. I've lost 181 pounds so far on a ketogenic journey. But boy, my weight's been stalled since summer. Some people were asking how much weight did I lose when I first started keto a day. Well, it could be 2 to 4 pounds. Like I lost 120 something pounds the first year. It just melted off. I had a few stalls for a couple of months and then it would pick up and just whoosh right off again. The second year went way slower. I think I lost 60 pounds in the second year. And this third year, I've technically gone up 10 pounds. My inches have gone down, but I don't know. I think, all right, so when I tried to lose weight as a teenager and an early adult, I got into the 190s over and over and over again, but I could never actually get really below 196. Like that's where my body wanted to stay. If I got sick or something, I could drop down into the 80s, but then it would shoot back up instantly. No matter how much I cut my calories, no matter how much more activity I add, no matter how low my carbs get, my body keeps doing the same thing to me. However, this time, I'm not too sure if it's my body doing that again or if it's something I did this week. I'm going to show you my blood glucose of this morning and then of a few minutes ago. So you're going to see two back to back real fast. I tried to do the ketones the second time. It didn't work out because I went too fast and I didn't want to waste the strip. So, because I had already thrown one away. Here we go. Let's look at that. What on earth? Okay, never eating that taco sauce stuff again. Okay, it's been a few hours since I woke up. 3.5 to be exact. I haven't eaten today. We're seeing if the blood sugar has come down, and it hasn't. It's going up a point. So let's have fun and see the 0 ketones, because there's no way I could have ketones with blood sugar that high. And I went too fast, so we're just not getting a reading because I'm not going to wait for another one because I did it too soon. 1:13 waking hours later, I'm sitting at 1:14 still. So there's a product that I used religiously almost the whole first 2 years of my weight loss. It is the Taco Bell sauce. And I only use a very tiny little bit. I literally weigh out the little teaspoons of it and put it in there. Because it was just a little drizzled in there because I didn't have salsa. So I drizzled a little in there. I think it was like 3 teaspoons or something. I had already eaten it yesterday before I got that message on Facebook. I also had eaten it the day before and the day before that. So, what's in it? Maltodextrin. So a lot of people can eat maltodextrin and be just fine. It's like a preservative that reacts like sugar in your bloodstream and it raises your sugar for a couple of days. At least mine it does. It always has. I do not buy stuff with that word in it. Usually it's at the beginning of the list, not at the very end. At the end means it's not that much in there, but it's still in there. I do not usually eat any products with that word in it whatsoever because it affects me like sugar. I get kicked from ketosis. I get cranky. I get very sad. My depression's a billion times worse. My anxiety's worse. I cannot sleep. Like, all these things happen. I start cascading. I even start breaking out. And it's from that stupid chemical. Let me tell you, I can eat a tablespoon of sugar and it does not affect me like that does. And before keto, I didn't eat stuff with that word in it because it affected me too much. And now I know why. When I used to eat Taco Bell, even before keto, I would become a BICTH. Like, I would be evil because I didn't know that word was in that sauce. And that word, yeah, meldection, or if I'm pronouncing it right or not, it hates me. My body does not like it. So, I weighed in this morning at 200 pounds even. Used to, if I was to eat that the first year of keto, I never felt so great. I didn't feel like I was in ketosis or anything, but I would lose weight. But I was 368 pounds, so anything I did bad then would make me lose weight if I kept my carbs low. But the last year, well, yeah, a whole year now, I have not been able to eat anything with maltodextrin and dextro. Like, those things stall me out. Dextro doesn't give me the crazy head, but the maltodextrin does. Let me tell you, people. Let me tell you. I am a mess. And it is that evil product. And I wished anything I had read all the words. I've learned my lesson now. Because before, I thought I read it like a year ago and it didn't have that in there. I never saw it before, but maybe I didn't go to the bottom of the list. But it is not in my house no more. I also have sent down all the cheese, all the sour cream to my mother's house. So I am not tempted to eat them because I don't think my stomach likes them. I get sick too much. Also, I cleared out the pepperoni and stuff because they have dextron in them. And after this experiment, or not experiment because I didn't mean to do it, but after this issue, yeah. Because my sugar at the highest was 190, not 190. My sugar at the highest was 93. And now it's like 114 right now. Okay, it got that bad after I ate that fake bread, you know, the keto bread. It gets that if I eat a real donut. So I might as well have had a donut because let me tell you, a donut would have made me so whiny, so cryy, so a mess where I can't hold my own feelings in. Would have made my weight go up the same exact amount that it has right now. But also, did it make my weight go up? Because let's get real with this little thing here. The last 2 months, I have been floating the same weights over and over again. Okay, floating the same weights. I am just floating around the same numbers. So, is it the product, or is this where my body's set point is for weight? Because everyone has a certain weight their body wants to be. Okay, so you have to get past what your body wants to be. This is cutting my head off, so let's go down. So, yeah, is that what I'm battling right now? Is that the problem? Because this happened, like I said, when I was a teenager and in my early 20s. I couldn't get past these numbers. And it was one of my fears that I would not be able to get past these numbers. Like, this is a legit fear for me. Because it happens a lot. I know, I'm swiveling in the chair, sorry. So, I'm just going to keep at it. I'm not giving up. I'm going to read all the products better. And I have taken so much out. You ask me, if you know you can't have cheese, why do you try it? Because some cheese I can have, a certain amount I can have and be okay. I never know for sure if it's going to affect me or not. Sometimes I can have sour cream. Sometimes I can't have sour cream. Sometimes I can have that ground beef. And other times I will throw it up. I don't know when it's going to affect me or not affect me. It's dumb. It's stupid. My body is retarded. It's just how my body works. And it drives me up the wall. And you and I might not be the same here. You might be perfectly fine eating boneless, skinless chicken breasts for the rest of your life and really not much else because everything seems to make you sick and it doesn't bother you. I get bored and I want to taste other things, and I'm talking about keto things, okay? I'm not talking about normal, everyday, standard American diet. I'm not talking about plum and grapes, and I miss my grapes, which I said goodbye to, and I stay away from. I'm staying away from the strawberries right now because it's starting to get into the season where I become allergic to strawberries. Blackberries taste like crap right now. They're so bitter, and I'm staying away from them. But you get bored with just the same things. Like, I'm going to the meat market right now and I'm getting me some wings because I'm going to make my own wings, since the ones at Zaxby's seems to be bothering me and stalling me. At least I think they are, because every time I eat them I normally go up 6 ounces, and maybe it's just because I eat more, because they are full of calories usually compared to other things because they got all the skin and stuff. But I'm going to try making my own and see what happens. So I wasn't making a video today. I told you I needed a break from making a video, and I changed my mind because I wanted to talk about stupid malduction. I wanted to talk about that even with the scale is a bad word. Just go buy your clothes. I'm in love with these leggings, and I will be honest, I put a large, very sexy one-piece bathing suit on. Okay, I have not been able to put on a one-piece bathing suit in, I don't even remember, 20, 25 years. I've always had to have 2 pieces because I was 2 different sizes drastically, and I was gigantic. Okay, and the bathing suits never fit me because even though I was 368 pounds and this well of a person, and yes, I can say it because I was, my boobs were really tiny. I was a double D, almost triple D, but it was only because my back length was 56 and we couldn't get any more extenders, so the cup size had to be bigger to fit me more. If you're a guy, you won't understand, but it didn't fit my boobs because that cup size was way too big. I had small boobs for being a fat girl. Usually if you're a fat girl, you got big tits, so you're happy. You're like, well, at least I got some boobs. No, And even though I had a wide butt, it was flat. So I didn't even have a good butt. Like, no, So, but now the one piece in a large I could get into, and that's like this huge victory for me. It's a teeny tiny bit too small on the boob area, and that's never happened to me before. I've never put on a bathing suit and it actually been too small in the boobs and fit me everywhere else, because now my boobs are actually bigger than, I guess, normal large size people. So I need an extra large, so I gotta go find it because I really love it. I'm keeping the large for later though, because I'm gonna keep losing weight. I'm never giving up, okay? I am working in the gym. I'm doing muscles, so even if the weight on the scale never goes down, my inches are going down, so I'll be able to wear that one day. Also, my outer thighs are still very, like, hippie, and that, because of the size, makes it look like even more hippie, and that drives me crazy. Like, my legs are my issue. So when I get this extra large bathing suit, I might take a picture or video in it. I will warn you, my thighs though is where my loose skin is. It is my not happy place. I look amazing in leggings because it can suck all that loose skin together, but it is where I was gigantic. Like, if you think my stomach was gigantic, these thighs were huge. And I know I'm trying to build muscle, and I'm using that butterfly machine. I don't even know what it actually is. You put your legs on it and you go It's kind of weird spraddling your legs in the gym with a machine and weights, but it works your inner thighs, and I didn't know that area around your hoo-ha, you know, could hurt, and that thing hurt me. But I'm keep doing it because that's my problem area. So even with all the loose skin and everything, if I could tighten and make some muscles, it'll help with the loose skin. It really will. I know people's like, no, it won't. It will. So I also use coconut oils. I do all kind of stuff to try to help it. I got this special pin thingy that I use on my face. It's a pin roller. Well, I got a special one for my body, plus I got a brush, and the whole theory on using stuff like that is you are making the blood circulate, which is making collagen growth, which is activating your skin to tighten and regrow. It's actually the same theory around the vampire facial, which I would love to get one day. I wish I could get a vampire facial all over my body. What they do is they pull out your own blood and they kind of inject it back into just the layer of the skin. It looks weird at first, it might sound crazy, but your own blood activates cells of regrowth and repair. So it regrows and repairs. It makes you young again. That's why they're calling it the vampire facial. I don't ever have that kind of money in the first place, so I can never do stuff like that. But I read about all this kind of crap. And I read about that freezing process where they freeze the fat cells. It actually does work, because if you've been losing a lot of weight, you still have your fat cells. Even if you taken the fat out of them, they fill it with water, or they're just there until they finally bust and give up. Well, the freezing process, they literally bust them for you instantly. And it's usually with no fat in it, but they can shrink the ones that actually have fat in it. And it works too. I've seen great results on that too, but it's something I can never afford again. So there's always ways to help with the loose skin. I'm just trying any and everything. And a lot of people believe in the whole brushing thing. So, and I'm rambling. I wasn't going to make a video, and here I am on a Saturday just rambling my little head off to y'all. I've decided I love my leggings. They might not be classy or anything, but I'm going to buy me a few more pairs and just wear them when I want to. Because when my arm hurt, carrying a purse has not been fun with me. And since keto has almost killed my asthma 100%, and I don't go around things I'm allergic to, I don't have to have my inhaler and EpiPen with me 24/7, as long as I'm not eating out anywhere and I'm just going to places I know I will not come in contact with latex. So I've just been throwing my little credit card, driver's license, and phone in my pants, and away I go. Also, that beautiful ring I got the other day that had a butterfly on it, I think it fell off when I was out or something. I have searched my whole house for it. I can't find it. And I am a person of, without thinking, I do the same thing every day. So I come in, my shoes come off, I put my purse where it belongs, and I open my jewelry drawer and I take my jewelry off the moment I get in the house without even thinking. It's just automatic. Woo, woo, whoosh. I've done it for years. And I searched my drawer everywhere, and the ring isn't there. I've searched all my counters in case I did dishes and I pulled it off, and my brain has certain places to put stuff. It's just not here anywhere. So I think I lost it, which kind of sucks, because I know it was only $11, but I don't spend $11, and it wasn't on sale, and it's one of the things I actually paid full price for, and that's rare for me. But I'm not going to obsess over it. I'm not going to get upset and cry. I realized that even when I tightened it, it was still kind of loose. And my other rings I went to put on today, they are all loose. And a week ago, they weren't. So even though it says I'm 200 pounds today, none of my rings will fit me because they're sliding off my hands. So, yeah. That's why I love these bracelets. Let's say you stretch them out too far because you were big and now you're not big anymore, wet them. I am not joking. Get them wet. Leave them on the counter. They're going to be really hard and weird feeling. Just let them dry. Then re-slide them back over because they shrink when they're wet. I found this out the hard way one day. And at first I couldn't get it back off when it was wet because it was shrinking and gotten so tight. But afterwards, I was able to pull it back on and off, and it was the size it needed to be again, which made me really happy. So, Strasha bracelets on my thing. These are my favorite ones right now. I just really love them. I got some more for my birthday. They had some St. Patrick's Days and some stuff, so I decided that's what I wanted for my birthday was the bracelets. Also, I don't think I'm going to be going to the thing in Georgia now. One reason is, one, the hotels were crazy price. Two, look at my daughter. She cannot get well. She's been sick since December. And it just, yeah. And my parents don't feel good, and they're sick, and the coronavirus thing is just popping up in places with no warning. I'm kind of scared to go to Atlanta, Georgia, because I know this is going to sound so stupid and unrealistic, but you know all the horror movies, the zombie movies, everything, all the outbreaks. Have you ever noticed most of them happen in Atlanta, Georgia? Like, that seems to be a place that a lot of that stuff happens. I'm not saying that's going to happen, okay, because that's crazy talk, but it kind of gets me scared because even though keto's helped my immune system, I could carry something back home just in case, because it's Atlanta, Georgia. It's the airport that everyone flies into to go anywhere. So being in that vicinity, especially when they don't have tests, they don't know how it's just happening in communities all of a sudden, I don't want to carry it back home to my family. And it's bad enough we're in a military base where people come and go from everywhere. So this is me being irrational because it's probably not going to get crazy and not going to spread in the U.S. But also I have a kid who catches everything in the world. And let's forget about the coronavirus. What if I go and catch, bring home the flu? I can carry the flu and never have the flu. Like, I've never had the flu, but I could carry it, I've been told. So, because of my daughter's sickness right now, and pollen is about to go up the butt until May and June, and it's going to be the worst North Carolina's ever seen, they were saying. She has horrible asthma and horrible allergy attack, and to be that far away from her when she's been this sick, even if she does choose to be at my mother's house 24/7, which is like 1,000 steps away, I can run down there in seconds. So I'm still right here by her and not an 8-hour drive away. So even though I want to go, I think I'm just going to stay here. And I had to get the desk and the chair this month anyways because of I'm not allowed to sit in recliners anymore until my back, neck, spine all fixes back up. And they kind of suggest never to do it again. So, yeah. Yep, everything's changing and I'm okay with it. I'm okay. I was a little upset at first, but then I thought about it. Don't get me wrong. I would love to see Dr. Berry and a few other people that's going to be there. But if I'm going to pay the kind of money that I was going to end up paying, I would want to go to KetoCon in Texas. So this year I probably will not go because of the coronavirus. I don't want to get on a plane because if I'm getting on a plane, I'm going to Hawaii to see my baby because I really miss him and I really, really want to be held. Because I'm a baby and I'm the girl who wants to be held and kissed all the time and everything else. And yeah. So I would want to go to that. But I'm going to save up to go in 2021 to KetoCon because it is something I have been dying to do. I saw lots of YouTubers there. Last year I watched everyone's feed on it. So I guess I'm just going to watch again. But that's the one I really want to go to. Okay, that is like 3 days of lectures and talks and testimonies and tons of products. Like, that's the one I want to go to. Look at me. I rambled some more. I said I was going to stop at 13 minutes and we're at 20 now. So I'm shutting up. And yes, I've had one collagen coffee as a few minutes ago. Oh, it's starting to leak on me. No, it really is. Don't leak. I love you. Don't leak. There we go. All right. So, and I have my bottle of water going with me. I am not eating food. I am not going to eat food because I feel like crap. Also, I didn't really fall asleep until 7 a.m. this morning. I really got no sleep, to be honest. I got like 3 or 4 hours of sleep, which affects your weight loss, my stress, my anxiety, my depression. I'm not someone who likes to admit that I have depression. Never before did I ever think I had depression, but looking back, I probably did. Now it's more noticeable to me because it's a loneliness depression. Like, I sit and I just sit in here and I'm just here alone. Usually, yes, my baby's on the phone, but he doesn't like to let me finish statements. He doesn't want to hear about them, and he says I talk about the same stuff too much, even though he does too. And that, yeah, he says I'm arguing, but I'm not arguing, because he keeps trying to tell me depression is better if you get out of the house and you go do things. And I tried to tell him, for some people, it is not. Because my depression is, I'm looking around. I see couples together. I see people with friends. And what does it do? Remind me, I don't have any of that. And he can't understand that, because he keeps saying, no, if you're depressed, you need to get out there and you'll be fine. If your depression is loneliness and you're out there alone, it doesn't work that way. It just tells you over and over again, look at you, you're alone. Let me tell you, I get excited because I've had a lot of people the last week stop me to tell me they love my hair. All ages. Men, women, kids, grown-ups. And I get so excited that someone talks to me, even for 1 second, just to tell me that they love my hair. And I should not be that excited that someone just talked to me to tell me they love my hair. But it thrills me that someone stopped me to actually talk to me. Yeah, but I really suck at making friends. I used to not. Oh my gosh, I could make friends like this. I had so many, but now I realize they were from church. And though there's not a church around here I can go to that I would fit in with. And I got them from work, and there's no job I can do right now. And so, yeah. And I've tried the meetup groups. They don't work because I'm not a grandma at my age, and people say I'm too old for their groups because they're in their 20s and 30s. Yeah, I probably act more like a 20-year-old than you do, sister. Like, really, I love TikTok. Okay, I'm addicted to TikTok. And that's supposed to be like a 20-year-old thing and a kid thing, and I'm addicted. Like, I need anonymous group. Used to, my TikToks would get on the For You page, and I would get like 2,000 views in seconds. Now they're changing how you get on the For You page, and now it's almost virtually impossible to get people to see your TikToks. So maybe I can't see, or the people don't see mine, but I can still see theirs and watch their craziness. If you haven't checked out TikTok and you just want to stress relief, laugh, or look at stupid people, why not download it, or go, you can even put it on a computer. You can get Knots downloaded on your computer and put TikTok on that, because people are crazy. They do lip singing, they do dancing, they do story times, they do telling you about their lives, they do all different kind of things on that, and it completely distracts me. And they only have 60 seconds to tell their story, so sometimes you get a lot of parts. Part 1, part 2, part 3. So the people who don't put their second, third, fourth, and fifth parts in order, or wait days to do it, those people drive me crazy, and I won't watch them because I want to strangle them, because I want to know what happened. I don't want to wait a week to know what happens. Okay, here I am, rattling again 4 minutes later. I am shutting up. As you can see, I'm really lonely and I really want to talk, and no one lets me talk. And I'm a little hyper. So, yeah. I don't think I would be depressed at all, not even a tiny bit, if I actually had people to do things with. I think that's my whole problem. Is there a depression called loneliness? Like, is that a thing? Because, that's my problem. And, yeah. You can't go in the house. Someone abandoned this poor doggie, I think. We gave it cat food and then gave it a bag of lunch meat, and it literally ate it whole. It wouldn't even let me break it up. It ate the whole bag of lunch meat at one bite. Puppy. Hi, honey. Aww. 7 o'clock at night. I'm going to have these wings that I just made fresh myself in the Ninja Food Grill crisper. So I can't wait to try them. They just have some salt on them. It'll be my first meal of the day and probably only meal of the day. I just have not felt good after yesterday's food.